Hello, good day. You are welcome to the online facilitation of our course, EDF 231, Adolescent Psychology and Guidance and Counseling. My name is Dr. Biageli Modebelo. I will be your course facilitator for this session. This course, Adolescent Psychology and Counseling, is for 200 level students of guidance and counseling. So today, we shall be looking at the study session 1, which is conceptual definition in this course. After this lesson today, you should be able to explain the term adolescence, define psychology, state who an adolescent is as different from the term adolescence, define adolescent psychology. So what is adolescence? Adolescence is a time of development that is associated with increase in size and weight of an individual. It is the time when puberty occurs, and therefore it can be referred to as a transitional period. It is a transitional period between childhood and adulthood. What this means is that the individual is no more a child, yet he's not an adult. So you can't call the person as an adult. So it's a period between childhood and adulthood, and it's usually between the ages of 10 and 19, or as some psychologists said, between the ages of 10 and 21 or early 20s. The reason for this is because there are individual differences in growth and development. Human beings don't develop and grow at the same pace. So that is why the years can be stretched to early 20s. There are 4 stages of adolescence. There are 3 stages of adolescence. The first stage is pre-adolescence. In girls, it's between the ages of 10 and 12, whereas in boys, it is between 11 and 13 years. The second stage is early adolescence, which is between 12 and 16 years in girls and 13 to 17 years in boys. The last stage of adolescence is late adolescence, which is between the ages of 16 and 21 in girls and between the ages of 17 and 21 in boys. So we have 3 stages of adolescence. Then let's look at psychology, because it's very important for us as counselors to actually understand what psychology is. It will help us a lot in this course if we do understand what psychology is. Psychology is the study of or the observation of the mind, or the way the mind works and how it influences behavior. This was the first definition of psychology. But if you look at it, how will you know how the mind works in any individual? And that is why over the years, psychologists have decided to, improve on the definition to say that psychology is the scientific study of human behavior. What psychologists do is that they empirically study human behavior. The study of human behavior is very necessary for us as counselors because it will help us to understand behavior, it will help us to expect behavior, and it will help us as counselors to manipulate behavior. So as an adolescent psychologist or counselor, you need to understand adolescent psychology so that you'll be able to help them with their challenges and their problems. Who is an adolescent? An adolescent is an individual who is in a stage of adolescence. An adolescent is the human being who is in the stage of life called adolescence. So don't always mix the two. Adolescence is the stage of life. An adolescent is a human being who is in the stage of life called adolescence. This person is no more a child, but you can't call him or her an adult. So that is why this period is referred to as a transitional period. An adolescent is a human being who is passing through this developmental stage to get to adulthood. And he or she may be experiencing some physical and emotional problems, according to Olayinka. When you see adolescents, sometimes you see that they have, breakout pimples on their faces. You see, some of them are always moody, some of them are withdrawn. Why? Because of the hormones that are secreting in their body and because of the things that are happening in their body. An adolescent experiences, the development of secondary sexual characteristics. And that's why we say that that period is a developmental or a transitional period. For girls, they begin to develop breasts. They begin to, see their first menstruation, which we refer to as menarche, and they begin to ovulate, and they grow hairs in their pubic region, like in the armpit and in their private part. And then for boys, you will see that their voice will coarse and become deep. They will have broad shoulders, and they will be experiencing also acne on their face. Not all of them do, because there is a secretion of hormones that are in charge of reproduction in human beings. So because of this, adolescents need counselors around them, because you need to help them to manage whatever their emotional or physical problems may be. So what is adolescent psychology? Adolescent psychology is the study of the physical, cognitive, social, emotional, and moral development of adolescents. It looks at the major theories of adolescence and also methods of understanding adolescence, so that we'll be able to help them out with their issues and their concerns. So understanding adolescent psychology is very, very important, because during adolescence, as I said before, these young people, they go through mood swing. You need to understand their mood, you need to understand their interests, you need to understand their behavior, you need to understand why they have high sexual urges and things like that. So adolescent psychology helps us as counselors to help adolescents during this phase or during this transitional period of life. So having discussed this concept, I know that in this lesson today, we discussed adolescence as a transitional period between childhood and adulthood. We also looked at psychology as a scientific study of human behavior. We looked at an adolescent as an individual in this transitional period of life called adolescence, which is between the ages of 10 and 21. And we said that there are 3 stages of adolescence, which is pre-adolescence, early adolescence, and late adolescence. And we said that adolescent psychology is the scientific study of adolescents to be able to understand them and their problem, be able to help them out with their problem. So I know that after today, you'll be able to define adolescence. You should be able to say who an adolescent is. You should be able to say what psychology is, mention the 3 stages of adolescence, describe adolescent psychology, and you should be able to at least tell another person what you understand by all these concepts and terms. So until I come your way next time, it is thanks and God bless.